you know, we say, hey, buy first, then sell later.
Yeah.
Or sell first, then buy later.
Yeah.
Right? Usually people feel that, hey, I sell already, then easier, safer for me, my funds coming in already.
Yes.
But this was the period where people actually went to buy first and ask for.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Property Roundtable with myself and Rama, value adding to your journey in buying and selling a landed property in Singapore. And most famously, like some of our viewers have said, Harvey will always remind everyone that we do all other property classes as well. Okay, as you can see, we're in a pretty new setup. So I hope that if you have any comments or feedback, just let us know.
Yep.
Today, we've decided that, you know, in our interactions with our clients, right, a lot of them ask us questions, you know. So today, amongst the whole list of questions that our viewers have asked us, we decided to pick, I know, a couple just to, you know, just run through them.
Yeah.
And in recent times, I think we have done an episode with regard to interest rates. But of course, since then, interest rates have, gone even lower. So if you were to check with your banks today, right, you'll realize that a lot of fixed rates are maybe around 2% or even lower than 2%.
Got lower than 2%, bro?
Got lower than 2%, bro.
Wow.
So a couple of our viewers have asked us this question. So like Harvey and Rama of Property Roundtable, what are your views with regard to interest rates dropping, and will it have a significant impact towards the activity and price point in the landed segment? And of course, given that they need to sell their condos as well to buy the landed, most of them does it impact the condo market as well?
To be honest with you, the straightforward answer is yes lah.
Yes.
Yes, no?
Yeah, Rama, in your opinion, right, why is it a yes?
Bro, isn't it? You know, we are in a country where our real estate, or rather property market, right, is determined by a few factors.
Yes.
The usual suspects, we call it.
Yes.
All right? So one of the usual suspects is,
yes,
apart from taxation and all this thing, right, is the interest rate lah.
Correct. Confirm.
I mean, as you have seen in the last few years lah, when the interest rate went up, suddenly the affordability went down.
Right.
So naturally, when the interest rate dropped down, the affordability goes up.
Yes.
So naturally, so that's why I say straightforward answer is a yes lah, bro.
Correct. Yeah. But of course, in our lifespan of the channel, we have talked about interest rate quite a number of times.
Absolutely.
Given that last year, you know, there were a lot of like talk about interest rates, and to now we're like sometime in August. So obviously, in the last 1.5 years or more, interest rates have gone from as high as 4% to now going back to what we used to be. So what we were used to lah. Right.
Bro, there were some people who hit 5 and above as well.
Yeah,
bro.
correct.
I think I was one of them.
But at the low times, there were a lot of people who hit below 1% as well.
Yep.
So I would say from my perspective is that in the landed segment, right, the funny thing is, even when interest rates were high, the interest towards the segment, as in the demand for the segment, still remained relatively high. I think a lot of people also made decisions
with an eye on understanding that landed segment doesn't really behave like condo. Like if you find something that you like, if you don't buy it, it may just disappear from the market for a few years, like we mentioned, right? So in the last 3 years, if there were 5,000 over transactions,
it's logical to say that these 5,000 over homes are not going to come onto the market simply because of seller stamp duty.
At least for the next 3 years lah.
Correct. Or, I mean, thereabouts. And now with the new seller stamp duty window being 4, means that those who bought from the news date onwards, right, then it will be a 4-year window. So it naturally means that there's inventory in the market that will not come on board.
So if interest rates coming off increases the demand, but the amount of available listings in the market remain the same, it is plausible and logical to say that prices should be on a steady climb.
So basically, right, if I were to just sum it up, when the interest rate was going up and was high, already the market very vibrant.
Confirm lah, bro.
So now the interest rate go down, imagine what's going to happen lah. Okay, suddenly okay, now's the time. It's like waiting for crypto, you know, like going up, going down. I said, okay, now it's my time. You know what I mean?
Actually, the main problem that we're facing, and a lot of our viewers whom we are working with will probably agree, is that we are actually short of options in the market.
Right.
We actually are searching high and low for availability of homes that suit their needs. So what are the things that suit their needs? Typically, they want a certain land size, they want a certain amount of build up, then they have to consider the works that they have to do, the time they need to be done for the works before they can smoothly transit from where they are right now to into the new home. With the above factors, right, I think that there could be some reprieve also. If there isn't really anything in the market available, there's also could be a chance where there's less deals being done because it doesn't suit, right?
Yeah, you see, like what you actually correctly pointed out, Harvey. The thing is this, you know, let's talk about desirability, okay? Early days, okay? Those small land size cannot I have better choices. Like you said, the supply was there, right? So I had a choice, right? But in the last few years, even those also got taken up, bro. People are like, never mind, it's okay. As long as it's landed, I need to buy already. I need to get in.
Take a position.
You know what I mean?
Position.
But Rahman is actually spot on. In a nutshell, right? Yes. I think prices will scale up. And I think in a nutshell, correct. Interest rates coming off definitely brings more demand to the market. And I think the guys who will probably be the happiest are people that are actually transiting from the condo segment into the landed segment because
I think that at smaller price points, buyers
are actually more budget centric. They are more sensitive
to the price movements
or interest rate movements. Whereas at the landed segment, I think there could be a chance that people are less sensitive to the price, to the interest rate movements as well. From the table, right, we believe that it takes a few things to happen before prices continue to scale or volume continues to scale. Some are beyond our control. One is definitely the availability of inventory. Two is, of course, how determined someone it is to secure something in the landed segment. As what we would famously coin it, I would say, if we can just TM the thing, we say, okay, get a position. And thirdly, of course, if the assets are available for them to do their works and in a certain time frame, that can be done as well. Because as you know, a lot of people are doing works to their house right now.
So talking about determination, Harvey.
Yes.
As you were saying, right?
Yes.
The thing that popped up in my mind when it comes to determination of, you know, securing yourself a position in the market.
Yes.
Over time, we have actually come to realize, okay, this is actually market talk. We've come to realize, right, the condo segment has done relatively well. As a matter of fact, almost all the segment have done relatively well, the condo segment as well. So people who are upgrading from the condo, right, we're not just talking about one family selling their condo and upgrading to the landed. It could be two families, part of an actual bigger family. All right? They say, hey, combine. I think let's just combine power. Okay, and then just get into the landed.
Correct.
I mean, we saw this group as well. Because they feel the next rise is in this segment. So they decided, okay, we've made money here. We've done well, let's go combine, all in.
Correct.
So for that to happen also, timing is essential. We've done that for a lot of our clients as well to help them plan their timeline on to have a seamless transition. So that question, I hope we have touched, I would say, the main G's of it.
But if it's regarding your own portfolio, regarding your own move, I think it's better if you would to speak to us personally.
Bro, I got one more group of people confirm watching us. Because I was in that group before.
Correct.
You know, when I hear this kind of news, right, then I was like, basket, I still cannot lock in another 2 years.
The interest rate.
Interest rate cannot lock in. What should I be doing now? Oh shit, why am I in the SSD bracket right now? You know what I mean?
I think we always remind our clients that, you know, there are
a handful of clients who have approached us a year before their seller stamp duties. Recently, they have come back again and said, hey, guys, my seller stamp duty is almost up. And actually contacted us about almost like 9 months to a year back. And we continue to keep in touch with them, and now they are back. So I would say that they are also looking towards moving. And
for those who have locked-in packages, I think it's
okay, fair to say, if you are determined enough, I think that's what Rama is trying to say. If you are determined enough, right, the lock-in and penalty should not deter you from making a move in the market, right?
Yep.
Because what you could potentially lose out is the opportunity cost of buying into a position, or in fact, taking profit lah.
Yep.
I would say. So maybe you share a bit of your profit with the bank lah, I would say.
And also one more thing that just came to my mind. In this period, right, that we're talking about, right, just because clients want to take the position. I mean, I have such examples as well.
Yes.
You know, we say, hey, buy first, then sell later.
Yeah.
Or sell first, then buy later.
Yes.
Right? Usually people feel that, hey, I sell ready, then easier, safer for me, my funds coming in ready.
Yes.
But this was the period where people actually went to buy first and ask for longer option.
Correct. Correct. And it's a whole train. It's like a cause and effect lah.
Yep.
I would say for every long option that's issued, there will be another long option that's trying to be secured lah. So if you are down that train, right, somebody has to give to the next person lah. So if someone approaches you for a long option, you'll be understand why lah. I mean, there could be a long train.
A lot more agents and sellers are now open to this long option. It's like last time, I'm very scared to ask. Can do 8 weeks to 10 weeks or not? Huh? 8 weeks, 10 weeks?
Yeah.
Difficult, bro.
Correct.
But now they say, hey, no problem, come. It's okay. People have come to understand we have to somehow manage. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But there will still be sellers or clients out there who may not understand this concept of a long option, which we continue to give more knowledge, explain to them why is there a need for a long option. So recently I had someone contact me over a listing, and actually I was more concerned as to whether he understands this ABSD and stuff. So I asked, is this like a pure purchase? Are you selling something to buy? And the inquirer got pretty upset. He's like, why are you asking me this subjective question? What's the reason for you asking me this question? So I actually explained to him, no, it's like some people may not understand about ABSD. Why I ask this question is, if you are buying a pure purchase, right? If you own something, you might attract ABSD, right? But if you are doing a sell to buy, there's probably a chance that you might understand this concept, or you are already planning to work around it, right? So I think I wasn't really given an opportunity to explain, but if he had, so I tried to explain to him that it was more about ABSD, but he said, I understand it very well. There's no need for you to ask this question, but case in point, I think if I'm professional enough, I'll try to let you know, because he's unrepresented, right? So it's unrepresented means I need to explain.
In most cases, bro, I will say my money is my money, your money is my money. But this one, right, your money is your money. So I want to just safeguard your money. That's the reason why I asked this question.
I'm not even representing him, right? So, but I'm just asking him out of being a practitioner in this industry. So, okay. Another question that we picked to actually discuss today is about the fact of, somebody asked me this question. Are more people going for semi-detached? And Rama and I coined this as, is semi-D the new inter-terrace or terrace, right? Because obviously terrace is the biggest pool in landed
inventory. That's right.
So inventory. So Rama, what do you think of towards this question? Like, is semi-D the new landed?
You remember in our earlier episode, right, we were talking about terraces that are really below the 1,500, even 1,200
the smaller
size.
ones
Even that are being taken up, right? I don't know, maybe because of that, right, people are feeling like, oh, today, if I buy semi-D, right, it must be of a certain land size. Because if it is not, right, I still have my setback, I lose my space and everything. So there's too many considerations before moving into a semi-D. But all that being said, when it comes to category, brand, or not a brand, category I got a next category, next class
Correct.
You know, I got a semi-D. So if I can afford to buy that, why not?
It's a lot of face value also if you, because people would feel that semi-D has a higher status, and it has probably more light, and from a practically standpoint. Maybe I'm not like my wall is not a party wall, is not with my neighbor and stuff like that. But in our interactions with our viewers, so you may not know what other viewers that watch us are thinking. You are thinking this, maybe the other people are thinking about other things. So maybe today, Rama and I will share a little bit of insight of what our viewers are thinking. So you want to know what they are thinking, right? Let us share this with you. I think that there are as many people who are looking for inter-terraces as there are as many people looking for semi-D. Why is that so? Because for those who are in the business or understand after watching us that actually Rama has always advocated towards inters because of setback, right?
Yep.
You don't need to have the setback. So they realize that hey, if I buy a bigger plot of inter, right, albeit not that big, let's say like 2,000, I can and it's an old house, I can still move my house line forward. I can expand it front, and I may also get to extend it backwards. So there's a chance for them to increase the GFA. Yeah.
Earlier on, we were having something to eat, bro. Pizza. Was it from Domino's?
Yes, Domino's.
It's the effect, bro. It's the domino effect. You know what I mean? Because, people who buy inter-terrace,
Yes.
because initially that's the bigger pie, right?
Yes.
So people buy inter-terrace. Naturally, what will happen, bro, after 3 years, you tell me?
They want to upgrade.
Because their friends say what?
Because semi-D is better than...
So naturally, that big pool, is such a big pool, right?
Yes.
They would want to upgrade to.
Yes.
And then, but that doesn't mean the inter-terrace also drop, no. There are another pool of ready buyers coming in.
Correct.
So it's like a domino effect, bro.
Correct. Yeah. And I think one thing that Rama mentioned before, which is to do with setback. I think Rama makes a point, right, in terms of setback. But let's not forget that not all landeds are made the same. There will be certain semi-Ds that have a wider frontage.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
But a shallower depth. So one of the viewers that interacted with Rama and I recently, I was looking at a few options. So I brought him around. He saw something in District 19. Then he also saw something around like different. So there was one semi-D that was smaller at the front but longer in depth. So it's like 3,000 plus square feet. We also saw a semi-D that was very wide at the front, almost like a detached or even a bigger than detached kind of frontage, but had a very shallow depth. So it was only at that moment in time where he realized that, hey, actually even semi-Ds, not all are made the same. The house ended up being a bit more longish, and it wasn't in his mind or his wife's mind, a more typical house would be more of the longish layout.
Let me ask you a question, bro. I mean, the viewers, you all also maybe should comment. What is an ideal land size for a semi-D for you?
Yeah, for me, I think an ideal semi-D land size could range between 2,008 all the way up to 3,005.
Did you say 2,800 and above?
Yeah, 2,800 and above.
Okay, 2,800.
I mean, there's a reason why I say that. Because if you look at a typical width of a frontage of a semi-D, right, which requires about, say, 8 meters, right? And then if you look at 2.8, right, you realize that depth is about 30 plus meters, which makes for quite good floor plan. But as you go higher, 3,000 plus, if the frontage widens quite a bit, then the depth is shallow, then perhaps you may end up going to like, if it's 3.8, that'll be like, maybe I add a bit more, I go into detached. Then if it's like too small, then you say that, then might as well I buy inter, right? So I think that's more of the sweet spot. But like I said, not every landed house is made the same. No?
Correct. Sometimes.
What about you, bro? What's your ideal?
I mean, I was quite shocked when you said 2.8. I thought you would say somewhere in the 2.3, 2.2, 2.3.
Yeah.
But
is it something that for your case you would think that is okay? Right?
You cannot put the fruit very far away from me, bro. If you put the fruit very far away, I cannot reach.
Yeah.
So I must be able to reach, ma.
Yes.
So I think the 2.2, 2.3 still can reach, lah. I'm talking about people, viewers, right? They already inter-terrace, they want to go into semi-D. You tell them 2.8 minimum, now they'll say, oh shit, Harvey say already 2.8.
But you see, no lah. I think the 2.2, 2.3 also happens to be all the newer semi-Ds, right? It usually happens when you subdivide a plot. Then you end up with like the 2.2, 2.3, 2.4 kind of size, right? If not, typically you'll be more the higher range of the 2000s. So maybe I'm more old school lah. I see the...
But like what Harvey said, right? It also depends on the shape of the land, right? So that makes a huge difference. It's just not the size alone.
Yeah, correct. So again, at the table, right, when we advise clients for buying homes, right, that is why it's so hard for us to give you a point blank like, oh, what is ideal for size, without answering the fact of what is the frontage, what is the depth, what's the terrain, what's the location. Maybe around that location, a lot of the plots are quite naturally quite big.
Actually, he very nice lah. He can actually say some more lah.
Yeah.
But then recently in one of our transactions, you went all the way out to buy the plans, various plans, bro, to make sure the client is not going to make a wrong decision.
Correct.
I mean, the client was also very nice, you know, and then you went ahead and did all those things, those plans. I saw the plans that you shared.
Yes.
Yeah. These are very important as well, what you can do with that land.
Yes. And I think what you don't know is what you don't know. And what we think we already know, we assume sometimes, or some agents perhaps assume some people already know, or they themselves don't know. But in our case, I guess in the last 2 years we have had this channel, we have had multiple opportunities to showcase to you the kind of information and knowledge that we have shared freely, and to let you grow as an aspiring lender homeowner. Or in fact, there was even a lender homeowner who watched our channel who said this to me. He said, Harvey, actually, right, last time when I buy my landed home, I don't know anything. Actually, he was gunning to buy a condo. Then one agent accidentally sent him a listing that he was marketing, which is a landed. Then he went to see the landed. Then eventually he bought the landed. Then the landed he bought, the location quite good. The plot quite regular. The house quite nice. Then he said, but now when we watch back the channel, right, we realized that, we got lucky. We lucked out because it's kind of what like you guys are talking about, right? Like it's got to be this kind of pattern, like this kind of location. So again, it is normal for realtors to want to work on segments that they feel that has the potential. And as they wake up one morning and then they talk to their colleagues and say, that, hey, you know, landed nowadays a lot of people buy, we should go and work on it, you know. We send flyers.
Yep. Actually, you know
about it.
I mean, coming to say, like you correctly mentioned, we have mentioned a lot of things freely, unlike those people who conduct master class, ask you to pay a certain amount before they even open their mouth to tell you what is going to happen and everything, right?
Correct.
So apart from that, we are able to, what do you call, I lost that word, bro.
Wait, you are saying that we are able to...
You see, some of the people who call us, right,
Yes.
okay, they've got lots of questions.
Yes.
And then there are some questions we can easily answer offline.
Yes.
But some, right, we need to see it. See, that's what I'm trying to figure out how to say this, right?
Yeah.
You need to bring us there. I don't know what you are seeing.
Yes.
But what I can tell you is, most of viewers who watch us, right,
Yes.
they are ready.
Yes.
They are in the market. So if you're new to the channel, right,
Correct.
I think you should also start looking at all these advertisements,
Correct.
More of our videos, be in the market, then you know exactly what is happening.
Actually, 90% of people who approach us and send us listing and say that this one can buy or not, it's like, it's because of the price. It's like, if you woke up one morning and you think that you have found a very good deal and then you go like, hey, let's go, there's this listing available. Then after a while you realize it's been a market. Then you say, hey, Rama, Harvey, why so? There are reasons that certain houses in the market for various reasons. One, maybe the price was priced wrongly before they amended it, or because certain things that people would look out for that doesn't really tick as many of the boxes. But again, when we evaluate an opportunity for our clients, we have to understand what you want. It doesn't matter how long that listing has been in the market. It could have matched you, but you weren't searching them.
Yep.
So it's not like a listing that's not taken up. It's not good. It's just that the buyers who came or are unrepresented or are represented by agents who are more who do more of segments that are outside of the landed. They'll go and view the house like you, got living room, got toilet, got kitchen. There is no nuancing towards what are your requirements.
Yeah. But the thing is, I mean, don't worry, sellers. See, every house will find its buyer, eventual buyer.
Correct.
But the most important thing is, you need to put that property visibly in front of that buyer.
Correct.
Because most likely, that buyer hasn't seen your unit. Because that's the buyer, but he didn't see it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So again, we've picked these two questions from the pool of questions that we've had because these are the two most, I would say, these are the two questions that we found the most interesting to answer on a more generic basis.
Yep.
Because the other questions that are tilted towards what's in it for me? I look at this listing. Do you think this listing is good? You know, like The channel serves to give general information or knowledge to a pool of buyers or sellers. But if it comes to individualizing or it comes to customizing or even, I would say, making sure that your direction is right and moving you from one position to another, right, requires individual customization, or it requires us to understand you a bit better. So that is why there's a WhatsApp form below the description in the box. So you can approach us to have this initial non-obligatory consultation, and we can go from there. And again, this is a property roundtable. We are finding new directions. We are trying to bring more value to viewers. And maybe through time, due to the request of certain of our viewers, the channel will probably take on more
Wider
color
topics.
or wider topics that helps a person journey all the way from where they start off, maybe from their first position all the way up to their final position.
But, in the meantime, you guys can still leave in the comments what are the topics that is very close to your heart or you haven't found a answer to. We will try and manage those things as well.
In fact, recently one of our viewers actually approached the channel and asked, hey, Harvey, actually do you all do like industrial property? Because we are also interested in looking at these assets because their names are pretty loaded. So they are like, okay, let's look at other alternatives. And we've also given advice to them as well and helping them to navigate other spaces as well. So thanks for watching another episode of Property Roundtable. We would love to hear more comments from you. And hopefully in our next few episodes, we'll bring more color to other topics as well. So thank you. And if you like what you watched so far, please subscribe, share, and see you in our next episode.